Johnny, it looks like the Chinese government's cracking down on some of its most successful blockchain companies. What's going on here?
Well, I'm not quite sure they're cracking down on all their blockchain companies, but certainly two of them, Alibaba, that registered something in excess of 1,500 patents in 2019. Tencent registered over 700 different patents just around blockchain technology. And what they're doing is that we're seeing them very much under the scrutiny from the Chinese government. And we've seen share prices falling by in excess of 25%. Which is understandable given when you look at some of the Communist Party people's daily statements saying that if monopoly is tolerated and companies are allowed to expand in a disorderly and barbarian manner, the industry won't develop in a healthy and sustainable way. Now, presumably, it's going to halt the expansion of some of the more entrepreneurial plans of Jack Ma, ex-teacher, founder of Alibaba, estimated by Bloomberg to be worth in excess of 61 billion personally. And this probably has something to do with the recent cancellation of Ant Group's IPO, which was set to be the biggest IPO ever, raising $35 billion in the world. So what we're seeing is a number of concerns are now being addressed and raised because given the sheer number of patents that China actually has, people are worried that if the Chinese government crack down on these companies and start taking more control of these companies, then these once stock market darlings could actually be controlled by this very much by the Chinese government, and they may well restrict their use of these patents globally. But many of the fintech firms have been in the forefront of fintech innovation and encouraging digital payments, which has resulted in the very rapid decline of cash within China. So WeChat, WePay, Alipay. So these are basically ways where people are using digital and using their phone as opposed to cash. And now we're seeing as the Chinese government introduced their own digital currency, they actually want to have a bigger share of that digital payment space. So if we do see more controls and restrictions, will we see the pace of innovation change? A more inward-looking China, that could well impact on the global economy. And we're already seeing signs of this because we're seeing sort of outward investments from the China Development Bank and the Export-Import Bank of China reduced their lending from 75 billion in 2016 to 24 billion in 2020.